Welcome back. While the tournament doesn't start for a few days, the pros and their caddies are already checking out the course.
Each hole has its own challenges. I walked the course with the head golf pro to see which holes could determine who wins this year's event. Every golf tournament has its most challenging holes and its scoreable holes, and here at the Sanford International, most holes don't get as challenging as the par 4 third hole. I'm here with head pro Justin Freudenberg. And Justin, what just makes this hole so difficult for the pros?
You know, there's a lot of different challenges about this hole. This back tee box was actually added last year in anticipation of the tournament. It plays 474 from the back tee box, so it's a lengthy par 4. We've got water that kind of comes up, you know, that could interfere with a long drive, so it may take driver out of the equation for some players, but also it'll have a long iron in for your second shot.
The third hole ranked as the second toughest hole in last year's tournament. It averaged over a quarter of a stroke over par and surrendered just 15 birdies compared to 60 bogeys, 5 double bogeys, and 1 other. The par 4 7th hole played as the most difficult a year ago and ranked as the 17th hardest hole across the entire tour. Beyond its 472-yard length, players will be hitting uphill into a difficult green complex.
The green kind of has a little bit of a bowl to it, but also tends to run away off the edges. So it's almost like a bowl turned upside down. Hard to really get at anything really close to give yourself a good opportunity for birdie. You want to walk away here with par.
Players will also need to take advantage of the scoreable holes, including the par 5 4th, which averaged 0.2 strokes below par, though a good tee shot is needed to come away with birdie.
We've got a big tree here on the left-hand side that kind of takes that whole left-hand side out of play unless you're willing to really shape the ball, hit a nice draw. For the longer hitters, we've got a bunker out there at about 290 from the tee here, so that's definitely in play for them.
The 12th hole ranked as the tournament's easiest with a scoring average of 4.635. With players thinking birdie, attacking on the second shot can set themselves up for a low score.
A lot of water to kind of clear on your second shot if you want to give it a go in 2, but pretty generous areas around the green, even if you miss, to kind of get up and down for a good opportunity for birdie.
In his win last year, Steve Stricker was 1 under in the tournament on holes 3 and 7, while he went to combined 5 under on 4 and 12.
Something else the pros have to keep in mind is the weather. You may remember last year's crew had to bring in a helicopter to help dry out the course before the tournament started. Meteorologist Scott Munn shows us what Mother Nature has in store for this year.
The thing we do not need is a repeat of last year, when over 6 inches of rain fell during the week. Well, we do have chances for rain this week, though it does not look to be as heavy.
It's been a wet year in Kettleland. Many locations are in their top 5 for wettest first 9 months of the year. In fact, looking back since May 1st, it's been hard to string together dry days. The longest stretch without measurable precipitation in Sioux Falls was 8 days, from June 12th to June 19th. After that, the next longest was 5, followed by 4 days and 3 days. For us to be rainfall-free this week, it's looking slim. Here is the forecast. It will remain warm and humid at the beginning with highs in the 80s. As we slowly break the heat and humidity around midweek, we'll have better chances for rain. Even though temperatures will cool for the weekend, we'll have a lesser chance for rain as the tournament wraps up.
I think the big thing will be the timing of the rain. Then again, it is weather, and timing seems to be everything. Right now, it looks like a lot of the rain chances should stay at night.
Sanford International is much more than a golf tournament for entertainment. It's also a chance to raise money for local charities. When the golfers tee off here at the Minnehaha Country Club, they're competing for a cash prize. They're not the only ones getting some money from this big event.
Obviously, a big chunk of that goes to Sanford and Sanford Road Clinics. Children's Home Society was a big contributor for us. Ronald McDonald House was big. First Tee of South Dakota was big for us. So we like to spread the wealth, if you will, and obviously children in this community are a key focus for us.
Another benefactor? Children's Miracle Network. This year, CMN is represented by the Hill family. Little Avery Hill has been fighting medical issues since birth. CMN was there from the beginning.
They kind of help in those, ways that you don't always see, so they were super helpful.
So how does a golf tournament help kids like Avery? Well, the proceeds from ticket sales and some vendors goes straight to the charities like CMN.
Raising money for local charities is huge for us. Improving kids' lives in the community is huge. The things that Sanford Health is doing internationally as well is a huge driver for us. We're much more than just a local event here in Sioux Falls. We like to say that we have an impact on this on children throughout the world.
Avery doesn't really golf, but she's super excited to watch it. She loves any sport. She likes watching people, and she loves being in crowds and around people and meeting new people. And so she's really excited just to get out here and, you know, just kind of say hi to everybody, meet new people, and yeah, get to see some golf played.
If you love golf or just want a day out, every little bit will help kids in need.
People just coming out to the event, having fun, you know, buying a beer, buying a hamburger, everything we can do to drive revenue is huge for us.
It's neat to see that underlying like support of such a great organization like Children's Miracle Network, kind of being that overlying, you know, this big event is here, but they're giving back to so many people.
Last year they raised $100,000. This year they hope to top that.
It's not just the pro golfers who will be walking this course during the tournament.
Their caddies will be with them every step of the way. That story after the break.